Now I'm going to spend a bit of time on his feet because I know that it helps with him, and I sort of already know what I'm trying to get out of his body. I really want to sort of get his belly out, and so I'll be starting at the feet. He's got tension here, I can feel it. So I'm already consciously working his belly and the front of his body, and I'm going to spend time on his feet already. Now how I'm working, Brandon, I've got the strength in my hands to do this sort of work. Like I've shown a couple of you guys. That's why my fingernails are so short. It's because I'm doing this. It's for me, I can get in really deep like that. And for those of you, like Pete, experienced it, he totally changed the way. He was massaging my feet like this, and I could hardly feel it. I said do that, and he was really getting down into the areas. It's like a hook, yeah.
Claw.
Yeah, it's the claw.
Yeah, we know the nail prints, even though I cut them short.
Yeah.
Still...
Look, it'll take you a while before you get down to that. Yeah, just keep working at it. So I'll spend quite a bit of time on his toes. I can spend 15 minutes on a foot so easily. I could see that then that affected him. So I will back off a bit, work at a level where I know he can deal with it. Because with him, there's no point in me making him get in all the, holding himself at this point. I'm just trying to relax him. And when I'm doing toes, again, to save my energy and save my strength, I'm not moving my fingers around the toes. I'll make a clamp the toe and wiggle my wrist, and you can feel all the bands in the toes. Have you guys felt the bands in the toes?
Yeah, I did yesterday.
Yeah? No? Come have a look. I was trying to show you. So if you grab his toes on the side here. So to me, when I'm working the toes and hands, it's like they're so detailed that, it's almost like a limb from here to here, the detail in one finger. It's got the same joints. And then next week you'll see in the reflexology, we spend like an hour massaging just the feet. And you can do it. And he's letting go further up, just with his breath. I'm always aware of what he's doing and where his breath is. And I'm always trying to be towards him. My body language is always towards him, so I'm always focusing on him. I'm not working like this. I'm looking outside. My focus is here, on his energy down here. I'm trying to bring it down here. So I'm always trying to connect with him, stay connected, know where he's at, trying to get more and more connected, because I have a hard time connecting with him. I'm not trying to hurry it, just going to take my time. Yeah. So even though, I'm not getting big reactions, I know you can feel it, right? It's not like a Swedish massage. It's a bit harder than that, isn't it, Brandon?
Yeah. My feet are one of the more sensitive
parts of my body too.
And this is stuff that I've learnt from him, kind of more when we've got 3 hours together, where it's a kind of a different environment almost, right? Where he's done this sort of work to me, where he'll just be sitting down with the chair at my feet for 20 minutes to half an hour, and he'll just be working this area, just really trying to loosen up my hip, and he'll just be doing tiny little things down here and getting up into my ankle and doing these little tiny bits, and it feels so good.
Working in there like that intense, like you're saying, that works on the hip.
Just loosening the whole thing up. But who knows what else it could be loosening up. Yeah. You know, your big toe relates to your head and neck up here. In some ways, maybe, you know, you're affecting the gallbladder meridian by working along here, which is affecting the gallbladder meridian is also up here and across your shoulders. You could be saying, let that go. That's why we're not caught up in things. You could be working a mama point by doing this, which could be affecting heaps of stuff. You could be affecting the abdominal tension by working this area. You could be affecting the tension going up the back of the body by working this area. You know, it's so connected. So I'm not trying to think too much, just trying to loosen up his foot at the moment. I know that he's tight in his feet.
So are you using the fingers now, or are you using the thumb now?
Finger. Still, like I'm not rubbing it. I'm still got that hook thing happening, and I'm following the band all the way up. Now Brandon's toes are pretty flexible. He's pretty loose. Right. It's good. Usually when I massage him, his toes are heaps tighter, so it's cool to see that. And now what I'm also thinking about is not just this plane and that plane of the foot. I'm thinking of like how the foot moves this way. So the muscles that can be deep inside there. You might have seen Brandon do this one where he's kind of really rubbing it like a bit of dough.
But when you do that, when it's a bit stiff, where does that normally hurt up? At the back of the leg?
What's that?
Like when you do that, like when it's still really tight, I know it's still in the feet, but normally does it run at the back afterwards? Like the back of the leg?
What's that? This?
The interrelationship with the foot, like you doing that, does that go down the calf?
No, that's just like muscles deep in there. Yeah. Can be working heaps of stuff. I'm just trying to loosen the foot, but I'm trying to loosen the belly and his legs. I'm trying to get this stuff ready to be worked deeply by working this. So it can be affecting a lot of the tension in here. Yeah. I'm not just thinking I'm just trying to loosen that. I'm more just, I'm more feeling, I'm not thinking too much about what I'm affecting, and then I'll feel what it feels like when I go back, and I'm like, yeah, okay, that helped. No, it didn't. I'm going to see what happens when I go to the belly and work his belly. And a nice way to kind of sometimes get even deeper in these ankle, the bands around the ankle is by moving the ankle around on the points. And they can be quite intense on it. And what you can do is kind of, by moving them, you're actually using the ankle to work over those bands. Instead of where sometimes you're working the band, you're holding it, and then by moving that, it's moving over you just holding